First,
Hello.
we'll begin with the prologue of how Swordsman Mark had escaped from the undead asylum so he could go save the world with his poor friend he will meet later on. Now this is a completely normal Dark Souls run. I, of course, will be doing a strength build. Because what's a swordsman you... And right. And you'll know the name of his friend later on. Which his friend will help him throughout the first area. Because he is powerless right now.
Alright, for acting purposes. Okay, now only you can.
I don't know, but his friend, you'll meet. His friend will help him straight from the beginning. Well, not really straight from the beginning, but still. His journey began when Mark went out of his cell and encountered the asylum demon. Thought he can put to death. After 3 punches, he knew he wasn't strong enough. So when he darted for the nearest exit he saw. Then he found a bonfire. After Mark ran, he found the shield, and he thought that he could use it for now. He went up and quickly approached the hollow of the bow that was running away from him. Then he found a sword and he attacked. Then he beat the hollow. And
I have a better idea. By the way, you also sound like a better idea. How about we do the asylum thing?
Mark ran through the mysterious fog. Then as he saw a board, he went and peeked out just to see a wall break and ran into the man who freed him.
I'm done for. I'll die soon. My sanity.
He listened to what the man said.
You and we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Knowing that Mark had to save the world, he said yes.
I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying, thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt. For now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite.
Mark then got the Estus flask,
and this,
and then Oscar Give him the undead asylum. Floor to East Keep.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Then Mark left. Then when he heard the noise, he went back and saw the man die. Then he got the souls from the man. He will remember Oscar for the rest of his journey. He then finds a shortcut and rests at the bonfire. Then, as a hollow came up, Mark parried him and finished him off with riposte. Mark then knew what he had to do. He had to take out one of the hollows and keep the other one away from the one with the bow. Then again, he parried. He then went behind the hollow with the bow and backstabbed him. Then he was curious enough to see what's in here. He then parried the hollow soldier and finished him off instantly. Then he knew what was going to be behind this fog gate. The asylum. He got ready and he jumped as he plunged. Then he quickly went behind the asylum demon and swung his sword, holding up his shield. Kept safe when it jumped up in the air and landed on his butt. He quickly attacked him in the stomach and killed him. Then, Mark... No, not just Mark anymore. Swordsman Mark went ahead and escaped the undead asylum. He knew that he wouldn't be able to do it alone. So he had to look. So he's gonna look for friends and for a stronger weapon. Then arriving at Lordred, he went up and rested at the bonfire at his place. Then he saw the nearest person, walked over and talked to him.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess, fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
He then now knew that he'd have to go to the only place he could go by then. he noticed that there are multiple pathways he can go. So first, instead of going to where the wall was, he decided to explore around this place. After walking around, he found fire bombs. And then he found the cleric.
I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you. Oh my, you again. Oh, I know you. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Then he says yes.
Very well.
To
Then
the
first,
cleric.
a covenant with the gods.
He decides to join the covenant.
Now let me share my miracles. Their effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
After joining the covenant, he learned just a shrug. Then he decided to see what the covenant offers. After looking at it, he didn't want to buy any sorceries.
Come again.
Then he walked around even more to go see what else was here. Then, still at the place known as Firelink Shrine, he went ahead and explored for loot. He knew with this loot he would get stronger. He then lays at the bonfire. Levels up. Increases his dexterity and strength. Then he kept them out as he had them same outsoles as he had earlier. And now he's gone ahead to see an elevator shaft. It's curious enough to go down it. There's nothing dangerous down there. And then he found a little corridor with some chests. He went and grabbed the loot from the chests. 6 homeward bones. A morning star and a talisman. And 4 cracked red eye orbs. And in the final chest, there was 4 Void's talisman. And after that, he did a quick roll to be safe. Not take damage there. Then he fell. And afterwards, he ran and grabbed a large soul of a lost undead. And he kept running. See a giant tomb with a giant skeleton with the swine hunter. He knew that would be a good weapon for now. He also found the winged spear. Then he kept running, for he knew he had no chance against the skeletons. So as he ran, he found another soul. Quick way back to the bonfire. As he jumped to the bonfire, rested at it. He tried using the Swinander, but he still wasn't strong enough. Then, he saw something. What if he used all his skills? Now, he's able to use it, but only if he used it to move. He didn't move that fast. So he decided to take off his shield and gloves. Then he decided to go to the undead burg, knowing he was now ready for what was up ahead. Mark went underneath the bridge. Then he found a ring on a corpse. It is a ring of sacrifice. Then he went back towards a place known as the Undead Burg. Yet he didn't know what it was. He knew most of Lordry. Now, Marcus found a rat in the sewer. Mark kept searching around. He kept fighting more souls, which he knew he was going to need later on. More horrors he kept finding. He found some rubbish on the corpse. Then he went up the ladder so he could go back towards that fog gate. He had a bad feeling about what was beyond that fog gate. He remembers someone sharing a cell next to him, named Magic Mildred. He became well acquainted with Magic Mildred, and all of a sudden, Magic Mildred disappeared. He thought Magic Mildred had finally died. Wasn't thought the dragon swept by and stunned Mark. When Mark realized why he had a bad feeling, the bad feeling was about the dragon. Then Swordsman and Mark turned to him and kindled the bonfire. And then he leveled up strength again. Then he went to see had a feeling like he should wait in this general area, and all of a sudden he saw a sign. He looked at it, and it's a sign of Magic Mildred. He decided to summon Magic Mildred. And while he waited for Magic Mildred to appear, he cleared out the hollows. And a prologue. You guys are welcome for that quiet prologue, and now the
it's the
and
real
epilogue
journey.
will be the only parts like
Buddy,
that.
video
Now,
voice
chapter
done.
1. Reunited with an old friend. Mark couldn't believe that it was Magic Mildred, his old friend.
Hello.
He,
How are you?
He went to give a fist bump to Mildred. And then he went over to some hollows he ignored earlier.
So
He
how are you today?
got hit twice and rolled away before he healed. He missed again. The magic
So
turned to enemy again.
it's so nice to meet you again. It has been
It is
70 years.
for you. It's been 70 years. For me, felt like 30. Me being undead, like being undead, I wasn't able to age. He decided to buy the resident key, and then he could not finding anything else to buy except the orange guiding stone.
Thank you, kind.
Okay.
Then, before leaving, he decided to check to see what he had one more time. Then he left. Excited that he's back with his friend.
Okay, can we... Hey Ty. I mean, Swordsman Mark. You're wait.
Son Mark, went ahead and explore some more. Mark then, Magic Mildred wanted to do something, so Mark cleared out the enemies. He found a Titanite shard.
Can we, so then real quick,
Don't worry, I'm not doing that anymore. You're just don't worry. Then He went up the ladder to fight the Hollows. You know what, guys? I'm going to stop narrating to the epilogue, since you guys can see what happened.
After chapter 1 then. It's perfect after chapter 1.
Actually, wait. I'll do the rest of chapter 1.
Yeah, so after chapter 1, no body video voice. Skip
Then,
to the end of chapter 1.
and Mark. Then Mark and Mildred encountered a Black Knight. Are excited. Easily beating the Black Knight, it gave them a titanite chunk. Then he went and saw a blue Tearstone ring. Then he equipped it. Then they went up.
Let's go.
Then he jumped.
No, I didn't do the jump.
He kept going up and up. He found a crystal lizard in the barrel. He had 2 titanite chunks and 2 twinkling titanite.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait real quick.
Then he fell down. Mark told Magic Mildred that he should wait at the top of the tower where the archers were at, because he felt like there'd be something hiding at the top of that tower.
Okay.
Then as soon as Mark saw it, he started running. It was the Tauros demon. He remembered them talking about how they were originally going to put Forticardas under the asylum. Then Mark jumped and plunged the Tauros demon. They went ahead and he kept swinging at it. Then after that, Mildred came in and plunged and killed the Tauros demon. Then Mildred disappeared back to his own world. Mark, now having more souls, the ability to get more strength, he realized that he's going a bit slow when it comes to rolling. Then he met a nice man whose name was Solaire. He decided to listen to Solaire, and he said yes to what he proposed. Then he got the white sign soapstone. Then he ran, and then he turned around quickly, because he just to see the dragon breathe fire on the bridge. Mark then ran straight there. He knew there would be some kind of safety spot. Then he saw stairs that went down. He went down as Then he saw they were to even more stairs. He saw a ladder and kicked it down. He was back at the bonfire. He rolled down. He used all of the souls he had found. Then he rested at the bonfire, increasing his endurance to 15 and increased strength to 20 and increased vitality to 12. Now he had more stamina and he was able to fast roll again. Then he went back up to where he met the old in the safety room. He knew that and the next part of his adventure would take place here, but he needed some rest. Well, guys, that was part 1 of Tales of a Swordsman. Each part is going to be 2 chapters. Well, so the prologue and chapter 1 technically count as 2. The epilogue will be 1 video though, because the epilogue will be going to be Gwen. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Next time we'll do chapters 3 and 4. Each chapter is a boss and then leveling up. So chapter 3 will be Gargoyle. Chapter 3 will be Moonlight Butterfly, and chapter 4 will be Gargoyles. And I will see you guys